What do you think you're doing on my ship? Do you know what I did to the last stowaway I found? Well, the last time I looked, my hold didn't lead into the city. Wait a moment. My key! If you're one of those Montclair bastards, I won't go down without a fight. Now give me back my key. You need? I don't give a troll's ear what you need. My gang is in there. They were waiting for me in North Point when the Montclairs sealed the city and attacked my ship. I need the key so I can get inside and rescue them. And you just expect me to trust you? Look around. What has trust ever gotten me? I trusted I could sail safely into port, and my ship was sunk. I trusted my gang could conduct business in North Point, and now they're locked inside. And I'm the Black Market Magister of North Point. But my assets happen to be locked up in the city or waterlogged at the bottom of the ocean. Fine. Take the key. Get the city open and I'll make it worth your while. Especially if my people are safe. The tunnel is inside the cove beneath the lighthouse. That key will unlock the trapdoor.
Over here, by the rocks. Come on, I'll take you to where the others are waiting. Tell us you found something, hero. We could use some good news.
I'm not interested in news. Just tell me you found a way to get us into those tunnels.
Tell me you found something good, hero. It's not like the fate of Riven Spire is hanging in the balance or anything. Right then, let's go see what Lorraya's doing in there. But brace yourself. I don't think we're gonna like what we find. North Point. It just feels empty. I sense life in there, but it's faint. Barely perceptible. We need to be ready for anything. His lordship, the Baron over there, wants us to head inside, see what's going on, and secure the area. He wants us to be slow and careful so as not to damage his precious city. Good job getting that key, by the way. Now let's go save North Point. I need to let Verandus know what's going on. In the meantime, talk to Scordo. He knows the city like the back of his hand.
So it's just us mortals from here on in? It's fine with me. I don't mind admitting that the idea of friendly vampires kinda creeps me out. North Point was my home for the last few years, so I know the place pretty well. Never snuck in through a smuggler's tunnel, though. That's gonna be a new experience. Just remember that we're part of House Montclair and things should go fine. We need to sneak in slowly, one at a time. Wandering around as a group would just be inviting trouble. The tunnel is supposed to lead through the lighthouse. We need to get inside and find a place we can use to get the lay of the land. Let's check the buildings. There has to be one we can use as a safe location. Innkeep Bollock lived here. I hope he isn't one of these blood fiends. Anyway, this place is too small for our needs. Let's keep looking.
The guild has need of you, comrade.
This should do nicely. Let's make sure it's clear. Go on. Go find the rest of our assault team. I'll have this place all cozy-like in no time. Because you're gonna go back out there and let them know where we are. And see if you can figure out where Larea is hiding while you're at it. I'll get the place settled and make sure we don't attract any unwanted visitors. Watch your arse out there. I mean, did you see all the vampires and blood fiends? Oh, you better hurry. We don't want to leave his lordship and her ladyship alone out there too long. It isn't safe.
Have at these foul creatures! Well, that's never happened before. Look out! Behind you! Watch out! They're coming out of the woodwork! I lost track of the Baron and the Countess when I heard the innkeeper scream. But I was too late. He gave me the key to the inn before he died. I think he tried to tell me something, but I couldn't make it out. Be on your guard. Here comes more of those monsters. Thanks for rescuing me. Just so you know, this isn't a usual occurrence. Oh, who am I kidding? This happens to me all the time. Can I assume the house you emerged from is our safe location? Of course it is. I'll just wander over and have a little lie down. It's all the same with you.
He's not the sharpest arrow in the quiver.
Letting a noblewoman wander alone through a city full of vampires and blood fiends. What was Scordo thinking? RK guides our way as usual. Are they all like this? The people of North Point? Did Larea turn them all into these vile creatures? May the light watch over them. Praise RK. I can't believe that sweet Larea would do something like this to our people. What could have driven her to such horrors? I'll head to the manor and meet you there. Gather the others and let's meet at the manor. We have plans to make and I fear our time grows short. The light preserve us.
can you be? Oh, there you are. Have you found... I thought my son might be hiding here, in his office. But all I found was his journal. You might as well have a look. Alec and I haven't always seen eye to eye, and he's made no effort to hide his feelings about me in his journal. He does mention the arrival of Lady Larea, though. I'll tell you more when we gather with the others. No reason to repeat myself. Serene Manor. I know it well. Nice to see we finally found a good use for that pompous ass. I'll meet you there. We'll discuss the contents of my son's journal when the entire team is together. Try not to let the blood fiends suffer when you kill them. Bless my eyes, if it isn't the Scourge of Blackheart.
Larea has been here all along, and your son didn't do a damn thing about it?
According to Alec's journal, yes. He seems to have been infatuated with the woman. Didn't even get alarmed when she started turning people into blood fiends.
More blood fiends? I hate this. Just give me something to hit already. But it does sound like your son betrayed North Point, Baron.
It's the Remnant. It put Alec under her spell. I'm surprised he was even able to write in his journal. Maybe that was his way of warning us.
The Baron was just filling us in on what was written in his son's journal. Spell or no, Alec has a lot to answer for. If he's even still alive. First, we need to find out if anyone survived Larea's private party. The Countess heard noises coming from the inn. It's not much to go on, but at least it's a place to start looking. Part of me wants to find Larea in there. Then we can put a blade through her and be done with this business. But I really hope the townsfolk have crowded in there and barricaded the doors. Either way, we need to get in there and see. So Darien accomplished something useful after all. Go upstairs and get that key. Funny thing, Darien was scratched and battered, claimed the blood fiends bit him. But the Countess didn't find a single bite mark on him. Guess he was mistaken.
Darien can't talk right now. I gave him something to relieve his pain, and to quiet him down for a little while. The man does love the sound of his own voice. The end of my staff. Right to the side of his head. Best way to quickly quiet a delirious soldier. He was making enough noise to give away our presence, and I was in no mood to fight a horde of those creatures. A key? Yes. He was holding on to it rather tightly. I had to pry it from his grip before I could tend to his injuries. Is it important? RK provides. Bless us all. I heard sounds coming from the inn as I made my way here. Now we can get inside and see what's in there. I hope it's the survivors of this terrible disaster. I'd hate to think that Larea turned or killed them all.
Head to the inn. I'm right behind you. My people. A ruler shouldn't have to cut down his own... Let's check upstairs. Someone must have survived this nightmare.
Be silent. We don't want them to hear us. Whoever or whatever you may be, I advise you to go away and leave us alone. These people are under my protection, and I will not allow you to harm them. I believe we are perfectly safe up here. Thank you all the same. Now go away. You have more than enough victims to suit your needs. I won't allow you to have any more. That's just what I'd expect one of Lorea's minions to say. Now leave us alone.
You, in the attic. I am Allard, Baron of House Dorel, and I swear you will be safe in my hands.
It's good to see you're still alive, my old friend.
And you as well. But tell me, is Alec hiding up there?
I'm sorry to say, but no. I left him at your manor. He insisted that he wanted to stay. It's good to see Baron Allard again. He's like a brother to me. It's been weeks since we last saw each other. I only wish this reunion was under better circumstances. When Lorea sealed the city and began turning people into blood fiends, I used my sword to cut a path to this inn and led as many as I could to safety. I was forced to kill friends who turned into monsters, but I was able to save some of our people. Quite a few, and there are more hiding around the city, protected by members of the North Point Guard. I gave the order myself as soon as I saw what Lorea was doing. I just wish Lord Alec had been able to resist her as well. It started innocently enough. She had Lord Alec call a gathering at the square. Then she addressed the crowd, saying how the blessing of Montclair would soon be upon us, that we would join her, love her. Then people started turning all around us. A spell, perhaps? I'm not really sure. She made some strange gestures and spoke a few arcane words. Then it was as if a wave of power flowed out of her. People immediately began turning into blood fiends. But not everyone was affected by her blessing. Lady Lorea has taken Dorel Manor as her own. But I have a key. Take it. Save as many of our people as you can. And be aware that Lord Alec is still with her. He was alive when I last saw him, but completely under Lorea's influence.
Gold may be the route to evil, but we all need grace.
They don't call me mud crab for nothing.
Ah, all the nobles have gathered. What an excellent Someone new? How exciting! Come up, come up! You must introduce yourself before you can join the festivities. Oh, I know you. You must be the one her beautiful ladyship has been expecting. You're just in time for our grand celebration. We're celebrating the new and better life that will soon be ours. Lady Lorea is going to honor us with her blessing, and then we will never die. Probably, but it's not what you think. We freely accepted the will of the beautiful Lady Lorea. She loves us, and we're devoted to her every wish and whim. My lady is upstairs. I'm sure she'd love to meet you. And when she tells you about her blessing, about the wonderful gifts she brings, I'm sure you'll fall in love with her just as I have. Just as we all have. Friends, fellow nobles, the glorious blessing of Lady Lorea is almost upon us. Let us prepare ourselves to bask in her presence.
You might as well come up. I know I can take your pain away. I can make you feel so much better. Let me take a look at you. So you're the one who dispatched my father's pet Argonian. Well done, by the way. Well done. I'm so glad you're here. I was becoming dreadfully bored with Alec and the rest of these silly nobles. Isn't it fascinating? You want to strike me, but your weapon hangs loosely at your side. I wonder why that is. Oh, I know. It's because I will it. This is my world now. I feel your desire to please me, and I can use it to make you do as I wish. You believe the nobles are in danger? You want to save them? How sweet. They love me. They have given themselves to me. Thanks to the Remnant, I am their god. And now I also have you, the hero that Verandis presumed to use against my father and I. You're trying to resist me? Oh, what sport we shall have. But first, I have duties to perform. Come, join me downstairs. We must attend the celebration. Perhaps I'll even honor you with the first dance, before you try to kill me.
You need to resist her, my friend. Just as in Lokrata, Loraya has cast a veil. It hides her, protects her. You must find a way to enter the illusion. The basement. I can feel slight imperfections in the spell down there. The veil is a powerful illusion, but just as at Lokrata, you can manipulate its power using a tear. You have entered the veil. Now find Loraya and finish this.
As usual, Verandis once again ruins my fun. I guess I'll just have to destroy you now. Pity. But I can always get another pet. You hate me, don't you? Why does everyone hate me? See how the people love me. They even share their life essences with me. Destroy!
Use the spears against her. Destroy them and take them as your own. Loraya, I never wanted it to come to this. I had hoped to save Loraya from this fate, or else I should have been the one to end her campaign. I'm sorry this unfortunate task fell to you. Loraya gathered the nobles here, played with them, forced them to love her. It was the closest she could get to real happiness since the loss of her mother. When she was done playing, she was going to turn them all into blood fiends. Your perceptions are excellent. She used this veil in two ways, to hide herself and to overwhelm your senses with illusion. Unlike Lokrata, instead of shredding the veil, this time you used the tear to enter Lorea's illusion. With Lorea's death, the power of the veil fades. As soon as it dissipates, the nobles will appear. But now the final confrontation draws near. Gather our forces and meet me at the Shrouded Pass. We must return to the Doom Crag to end this.
What happened?
My grief is without...
By the Eight. Who did this? What happened to my people? Loraya Montclair? Yes, she arrived here. She said she was here to help. Then... I can't remember anything else. Is the rest of North Point... Is the city safe? I need to get outside. Find my father. I need to make sure that North Point's all right. Of course. Give us a moment to compose ourselves and we'll meet you outside. People, listen to me. Let's head outside and make sure the rest of the city is secure.
In the name of High King Emmerich, and in accordance with the laws of the land, I hereby order the arrest of Alec Dorel for treason and the death of his kinsman.
But father, it wasn't my fault.
You allowed an enemy into our city, into our home. Dozens fell to these monsters because you couldn't ignore a pretty face.
I never meant for anyone to get hurt. I'm not even sure what happened. Loraya said she wanted to help, and... I'm sorry.
Apologies won't bring our people back. It won't return honor to our family name. Guards! Take Alec away. You are dead to me, Alec. Dead to me.
I'm sorry I disappointed you, father. It won't happen again.
You may not believe this, but that wasn't how I wanted our reunion to play out. But laws were broken. People died. I can't ignore our laws. Not even to save my son. I left Alec in charge. The safety of North Point was his responsibility. Someone has to answer for the deaths he caused this day. If I was in his position, I would expect the same treatment. Loraya paid, and for that I thank you. But Alec wasn't under a spell when he welcomed her into North Point. That was his choice. I won't leave him here to make the same mistake again. Shrouded Pass? That means Montclair is in the Doomcrag. Then the time has come to strike down the traitor and restore peace to our shores. But first I want to thank you for helping the people of North Point. I won't forget your bravery. It has been a grueling day. Restock and rest. We'll begin the march to the Doomcrag when you're ready. Then the time has come to meet Count Ravenwatch at the base of the Doomcrag. Head for the Shrouded Pass, and find Verandis. I'll gather our troops and meet you there.
There's trouble in Crestshade, but I'm not sure I'll find a safe haven at that place of yours. Tall Papa, please keep the ghosts at bay.
If you're headed to Crestshade, you need to know there was trouble there.
Yeah.
My grief is without end. Help a less fortunate soul.
Did you meet the new commander?
Scourge thump those toothless runts.
No screeching, feral hag raven and her bandit cronies. I'm done with my work.
My friend, I am sorry you had to be the one to end Lorea's troubled existence. It was unfortunate, but necessary. And now, if we are to save Rivenspire, we must engage in another unfortunate act. The time to deal with Baron Montclair is upon us. Montclair is here. Of that there can be no doubt. He awaits atop the Doomcrag, where he somehow activated ancient defenses to block our path. We need to find a way around these defenses and then set up portals to transport our troops up the mountain. The book we uncovered at Locrata contains maps of the ruins, among other things. These maps show 2 portal chambers leading to the top of the Doomcrag. If you can reach the first chamber and open a portal, we can begin moving troops into position. Be on your guard. In addition to activating ancient defenses, Montclair has somehow awakened the Ayleid guardians that haunt these ruins. You may have to deal with them as well as you make your way into the first portal chamber.
The large door straight ahead.
Clearly that's the main entrance.
Never fear. The amazing Jerian is here. Another battle, another victory. Go on ahead.
You would find the chamber and open the portal? As our troops emerge from the portal and take up position outside, you need to make your way to the second portal chamber. Once you activate that portal, we can get the troops that much closer to the top of the Doomcrag. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We must step through each door we come upon in turn. For now, you need to reach the second portal chamber. Go on. Second portal chamber should be on the third level. Another barrier blocks our way. Look around and see if you can find a way to disable it.
Awake! The long eons of silence have finally come to an end. I speak in the coarse tongue of our servants, so that you may understand. Knowledge is the key that opens this door, and none may pass who have not gained knowledge. To the knowledge of which I speak, you must understand the cycle of time to pass beyond this chamber. When you feel you are ready, my riddle shall begin. Tell me, what is the time of dawning? Of birth and nourishing rain? Time moves forward as sweet. Flowing water brings new life and new promises. A time of light and joy and abundant growth. Long hot days give way to short hot nights. Awake! A time of light and joy and abundant growth. Awake! A time of... The cycle advances. And end comes to all things. And like dusk comes before the night, this cycle comes before the grey of iron. A time of reaping, yes? Tell me true, if you really wish to pass. What is the season of iron grey? The last cycle. When warmth is but a memory, our duty has been fulfilled. We held the barrier in place until the proper time, which you unlocked, by understanding the rhythm of the cycles. And like those cycles, our time has come to an end. You may pass in peace.
The barrier has fallen. The portal chamber should be just a short way ahead. The Doomcrag waits just beyond this chamber. The Doomcrag and Baron Montclair.
I don't know if I'll ever get used to traveling by portal. One moment you're there, the next moment you're here. It's positively disconcerting. Better than I expected. We met with some resistance, but thanks to your efforts, we've been able to move our troops quickly through this death trap. We should be, once everyone has come through the portal. Why don't you check with Count Ravenwatch and see if he's ready? I hate to say it, but his knowledge has been invaluable in all this.
Once again, you succeeded at the task set before you. Well done, my friend. A battle won, but the war rages on. We must reach the Lightless Remnant and destroy it. But Montclair will grow more desperate the closer we get to that cursed relic. Are you ready, my friend? Once more into the breach. I fear that Montclair will have a surprise or two waiting for us within the Doomcrag. I suddenly have the feeling that bringing an army up here was a terrible mistake. Never mind that now. We must reach the Lightless Remnant and end this madness. Tell the troops to remain here. They need to make sure none of Montclair's soldiers follow us up into the Doomcrag. Do not question me. If my orders aren't followed to the letter, Montclair will defeat us and Ravenspire will be lost. Talk to Countess Tamreth and Baron Dora. Tell them what I have said. Then meet me at the bridge that leads to the Doomcrag.
Do you believe that man? And to think, I thought him to be dashing and heroic. But enough of such matters. You aren't here to discuss my personal life. Tell me, what news from Count Ravenwatch? Are we ready to march against Montclair? And as a little girl, I wanted a pet guar I could decorate with ribbons and call Penelope. But we don't always get what we want, especially in war. The light has guided us this far. It is not done with us yet. I thought I made that clear. The Count has been an invaluable ally, but he is not in charge of this expedition. My troops have served us well. They deserve to see this through to the end. Tell the Count that we're going with him to Doomcrag.
What word, my friend? Is Verandis ready for the troops to ascend the Doomcrag? Remain behind? And deny them the glory of being there when we achieve victory? Never! When Barandis starts his march to the top of the Doom Crag, we will be with him every step of the way. I'll leave enough soldiers to protect our flank, but our best soldiers are coming with me. Tell the Count that we're coming with him, whether he likes it or not.
Turn back now, and take the other mortals with you. Your flesh and blood is too fragile to withstand the power of the cursed relic. We only seek to save you from the fate that befell us so very long ago. This place is cursed, tainted by a terrible power that has grown corrupted and impure. We do not wish to see you succumb to its vile touch. When we came to this land many eons ago, we brought with us a powerful relic to help us tame its wilderness and allow us to survive. It was originally La Tanya, the light of life, forged by our greatest sorcerers. It helped plants grow and healed illnesses. It helped us bring life to this barren wilderness. We were attacked by the savages that dwelled here before us. It was a brutal fight, and much blood was spilled. Many died on both sides of the conflict. Blood and death tainted the light of life. The relic changed. It became Abagandra, the lightless remnant, a beacon of death. Moreover, when the vampire touched it, the corruption intensified, became more potent. If the relic is destroyed, the blood curse will flow unhindered throughout the land.
You must do exactly as I taught you. Yes, the power of the Remnant will call to you, tempt you. You must be strong enough to withstand that lure.
I'm ready for this. You know that. Stop treating me like I'm a novice, Varandis. I won't fail you. I won't let you down.
You have never disappointed me, Gwendis. But the Remnant is more powerful than you can imagine. Be on your guard. Now head inside. I'll join you in a moment. I trust you have spoken to Tamrith and Dorel. Are the soldiers standing guard at the second portal? The fools! I just wish I would have realized our mistake before we made it this far. I didn't realize that our proximity to the Remnant would be our undoing. The Remnant feeds off life, devours it. Not only will Gwendis and I be susceptible to its lure, but the soldiers... they're just more fodder for the blood curse. No, it's too late for that now. We have to move forward and hope we're not overwhelmed by our own forces. But if any of them turned into blood fiends, I promise to end their suffering as quickly as possible. This is where it happened. Where Layla died, and Montclair changed.
Where are Montclair's forces? I thought for sure we'd have to fight a horde of blood fiends to make it through this place.
Montclair is a strategist. He's waiting for us to make a mistake that he can take advantage of. I fear that mistake is about to be made.
Soldiers, spread out.
You should have heeded my warning, Baron. This is no place for you.
You would deny our moment of glory, Count? The light shines on us this day.
There is no light here, Countess. Only darkness and death.
Arcane, protect us! What is that?
Baron Montclair. He's here.
Troops, on my command.
Welcome, Varandis. And like a good guest, I see you've brought me gifts to play with. Allow me to grant my blessing to your army.
This is exactly what I feared. He's turned our own troops into blood fiends.
taken everything I ever loved,
Wyland,
Verandis!
I'm sorry. I never meant for any of this to happen.
My daughter loved you, Verandis. She loved you!
The Remnant. The power. It drove Larea insane. Are those giant skeletons?
Grant you strength.
Come out and face us, you coward. You can't hide from us forever.
Wyland, please. We can find a way to free you from this power.
To what end, my old friend? My wife is dead. My daughter killed by your own hand. What do I have if not this power? I think I'd prefer to let you experience my pain. My suffering. To let you see what it's like to lose everything you hold dear.
No, Montclair! Stop this madness!
Come, Gwendis. You look famished. Allow me to prepare you a feast fit for my new queen.
No, Montclair, please! I never should have brought everyone here. I should have handled this on my own. You're in danger as well. Montclair will eventually try to use you against me. Montclair has never left the Remnant Chamber. He was able to defeat us by working through a projection. I assume he's teleported Gwendis and the others to his side. I'm still connected to the one who turned me. The answer to our problem rests with him. If we are going to defeat Montclair, you must trust me this one last time. I will not betray you. We can discuss that later. For now, we need to reach Gwendis before the Remnant corrupts her and she feasts upon the others. Head upstairs and I'll follow right behind you. I can feel them. Gwendis, Tamrith, and Doral are still alive. But I can also feel Gwendis' hunger. She won't be able to hold back much longer. We must be ready to do whatever is necessary. Let's go. Be on your guard. Montclair will do everything he can to stop us. Gwendis has been harmed, or any of our friends. I'll show him no mercy. Nearby. Gwendis? What has he done to you?
Verandis, help. Please, help me. Their blood smells so good. These restraints, they won't hold me back much longer.
You must control yourself, Gwendis. We'll find a way to get you out of there. Show yourself, Wyland. Tell me what you want. Damn you, Montclair, answer me! I'm sorry, my friend, but it seems we're going to have to play Montclair's game to free the others. If we don't get Gwendis out of there soon, those restraints will break, and she'll feed on the nobles. Montclair has constructed a blood ward to imprison Gwendis and the others. The Remnant, its proximity is playing havoc with Gwendis' hunger. The urge to feed is stronger in her than ever. He's using alien magic to increase the power of the ward. I'll do my best to dispel it, but I think we'll need to destroy the statues if I'm going to have any chance to succeed. You must protect me while I attempt to unravel the spell. Montclair will strike when I'm distracted. You must keep me safe, or we'll never reach Gwendis in time. One more thing. Watch for an opportunity to destroy the statues. As long as they power the ward, my efforts will be less effective. Are you ready? Then may luck be upon us both. Are you all right?
I did it. I resisted. I didn't feed. Wait. What happened to the nobles? Did I remember wrong?
They're fine, merely unconscious. I'm proud of your restraint, Gwendis.
What's going on in here? Is the Countess all right?
Damn it, Darian, slow down! Wait for me, you long-legged bastard!
The Baron and the Countess are fine, but you both arrived just in time to move them to safety.
Take them out? But we just got here. We want to help take down Montclair. Neither of us has had a good fight in... well, it's been at least a couple minutes.
No, Darian, this battle is not one that you and Scordo can win. Leave Montclair to us.
But... oh, very well. But I get to help take down the next would-be world conqueror we come across. Deal?
As you wish, brave Darian, as you wish. And now, my friend, the time has come to face Montclair. Rivenspire needs Tamrith and Dorel. They cannot be allowed to perish here. I need to help get them to safety before I join you up above. They will, with my help. Besides, I can't face Montclair just yet. There are preparations I must make to ensure our success. But time grows short, and you must distract Montclair to give me time I need for my preparations. If Montclair dies while connected to the Remnant, the relic breaks and unleashes its curse upon Rivenspire. No one would be safe from the Blood Fiend Plague. We need to stop Montclair, but we need to do so in a way that doesn't doom Rivenspire. That, my friend, is what I still need to work out. And while I do that, I need you to keep Montclair busy. You have done more than I ever hoped, my friend, and I am proud to have fought beside you. Now go. We both have jobs left to do.
Daughters, let the power of the Remnant wash over you! The Remnant and I are one. Its power flows through me. These mortal trappings mean nothing. There is no hope for any of you. Ended. The doomed Riven Spire. Let the power of the Remnant burst free!
Remnant. It's cracking. You did it! The power threatens to break free. I can feel it. The power. I could consume it. Become stronger than I ever imagined. No. I can't give in to this temptation. I must remove the Remnant from this place. Take it to the plane of my master. We need to talk. One last time. Time is against us, my friend. I must remove the Remnant from this place before it is too late. I need you to do something for me first, though. Adusa, my oldest, most trusted ally. Tell her that House Ravenwatch is hers now. She must carry on our work. Continue to train Gwendis, and any others who need her help. Because I need to take this relic out of this realm. It needs to be transported to a place where it can't do any harm. I have made a deal with my master. Molag Bal has agreed to take me and the relic to Cold Harbor. It is the only way to make certain that Rivenspire is saved. Molag Bal will take the relic into his realm. Rivenspire, all of Nern, will be safe. The deal has already been made. It's either this, or allow everyone to turn into the very fiends we worked so hard to save them from. There is no other way. Tell Gwendis that I will miss her. She was always so full of life. Farewell, my friend.
Look! You actually survived the destruction of the Doomcrag? That's remarkable. I mean, I've seen you do some amazing things. I'll never forget our adventures in Glenumbra. But to walk out of a collapsed mountain? That's really impressive. That persnickety vampire really came through in the end. He was a good man. For a vampire, I mean. We won the day, and that's what matters. The people of Rivenspire are safe now. Just barely. We made it out right before the damn mountain came crashing down. I still don't know what kind of magic you did up there to defeat Montclair, but remind me never to get on your bad side. Before we go, you need to talk to Gwendis. She's not taking this well. I even tried my sad face. It usually works, but she almost bit my head off. Anyway, we'll see you back in Shornhelm. All right, everyone. Let's gather up our injured and get out of here.
Darian's right. There's nothing left for us here. We need to return to the High King and let him know what happened.
He's really gone, isn't he? The mighty Verandis.
Of course.
I hate this.
Only take a moment.
I really hate it. Sacrificed.
Portal to Shornhelm.
Like in dead? What do you mean he sacrificed himself? No. Why'd you let him do that? Do you know how hard he worked to distance himself from the prince? If Verandis is still alive, the prince won't give him up easily. But why did he leave me here? I should have gone with him. How do you know what he wanted? He was everything to me. Why didn't he tell me what he was planning? Why didn't he let me help him? Saved us. Doesn't feel like I was saved. But Verandis always carried a great weight on his shoulders. Maybe that's been lifted from him now. I can only hope, right? Before we go, take this. Verandis gave it to me, but I can't keep it. You helped him so much. You should have it. You helped the man I cared about, the man I loved, and you were with him to the end. This belongs to you. I need a little time to say my farewells. Don't worry about me. I won't do anything stupid. Promise. But you need to get back to Shornhelm. Without Verandis there, they're gonna need your help to figure out what happens next. All of this, it happened because Rivenspire doesn't have a true leader. If that doesn't change, It won't be long before the region falls into chaos once more. At least, that's what Verandis used to say. I'll find my way. Verandis taught me well. And Dedusa's back at the manor. She'll keep me company. Things will be all right. It'll just take time. Now go. Get out of here and go help the High King choose a ruler for Rivenspire.
They should really make the mugs bigger.
I have nothing.
Smell that air. Smells like victory.
We still recall a god of schemes consumed it all. To Cold Harbor when
So here we are. Baron Montclair's dead, and that damn artifact is destroyed. Yes, you can pat yourself on the back, all right. You've saved Rivenspire, and that's no small thing. You do realize this creates a predicament for me, though, don't you? Well, I can't very well go on pretending the nobles can share the throne. Everyone knows what a colossal mistake I made there. I'm going to have to crown someone. A king or a queen of Shornhelm. Someone to rule Rivenspire, don't you think? Exactly. So I have to choose. Countess Tamrith or Baron Dorell. Frankly, since you've recently fought alongside the two of them, I would appreciate your counsel. Speak to them, if you wish. Think about it, and then give me your recommendation.
We've come through much to reach this point. We won a battle for the very soul of Rivenspire. Now comes the responsibility of rebuilding the kingdom. I hope High King Emmerich gives me the opportunity to lead us through the difficulties ahead. I do. I've come to respect Countess Tamrith. She's a bright young woman, but she's not qualified to rule the kingdom. The coming days demand decisive leadership and a firm hand. You know that as well as I. That makes me the perfect choice. First things first, we need to rebuild our defenses. The Shornhelm Guard has been decimated by the Civil War, and we'll need to recruit and retrain hundreds of young men and women to restore our strength.
It's a miracle that we survived and triumphed over Montclair, thanks in no small part to my steady leadership. May Arkay grant the High King the wisdom to see that I am the best choice to lead Rivenspire. I do. Baron Dorell is a good man, but he can be dangerously short-tempered and is far too quick to act. Shornhelm has had enough impetuous rulers in its history. We need a thoughtful ruler who truly has the people's best interests at heart. Helping the people of Rivenspire recover. So many of the kingdom's subjects have been displaced. So many have lost loved ones. We must do what we can to restore the people's faith and get their lives back to at least a semblance of normalcy.
Take as much time as you like, my friend. It's only the High King and the entire kingdom of Rivenspire waiting. Good. Though I do hope you've given the matter due consideration. This isn't like choosing which tunic to wear in the morning. It will affect many lives and the future of the Daggerfall Covenant. Tell me then, House Tamrith or House Dorell? If that's your counsel, then I will make Baron Dorell King of Shornhelm. Are you certain, though, that this is the wisest course? The brave Baron Dorell, then. I know he is a valiant warrior, and I expect he will make a wise and honorable king. King Allard of Shornhelm. It even has a nice ring to it. Then it's decided. Thank you for your counsel. Both King Allard and myself will be in your debt. After all you've done, there's no reward that can express my gratitude. But please, accept this gift. I'd feel guilty if I didn't give you something.
May I have a word with my
If I
husband's
might
new
have
best
everyone's
friend?
attention. I have decided to crown a new king of Shornhelm. Allard Dorell, please come forward. I hereby name your house the new Royal House of Shornhelm.
I give you my solemn oath, Your Majesty. I will lead the kingdom of Shornhelm with wisdom and honor. And I pledge my eternal allegiance to you and to the Daggerfall Covenant.
All hail the new ruler of Rivenspire.
Smell that air. Smells like victory.
Hark, Wayfarer. A moment of your time, please. Tuwaka smiles upon you this day, Wayfarer, for you are not caught in the calamity at the main docks. By any chance, do you have experience dealing with the dead? Surely it is fate or the mighty hand of Ruptga that has steered you to our shores then, Wayfarer. The great King Faharajad has need of the aid of those with knowledge such as yours. Please visit the throne of the king at the heart of the sun-drenched Sentinel. Your audience would do him well in this time of great need.
I need a break. I'm down on my luck. Help me out?
Well?
With all respect, Your Majesty, this proves our suspicions were well-founded. You should have heeded my father's warning.
It is not the place of the dishonored to correct a king, Ashaba. You are dismissed.
I meant no disrespect, Your Majesty, only that you know where to find us. I will take my leave.
Welcome to Sentinel, Wayfarer. If you've come about the docks, rest assured I already know. I regret that you visit during such times. But perhaps your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps the gods guided you here to help us fight the Withered Hand. Necromancers, practitioners of the most vile magic, and the bane of the Alakir Desert. It has been many years since we faced such a threat. I hope the rumors about this group, the Withered Hand, were untrue. But today's events prove otherwise. Several years ago, a diabolical necromancer named Satura led an army of undead against me. Satura was defeated, but the rumors suggest his sons have returned for revenge. They are calling themselves the Withered Hand. Undoubtedly. But I suspect the attack at the docks is merely a feint. Though cleaning up that mess should remain our first priority, I suspect the Withered Hand is planning something even worse. That is the challenge I now face. The people of the Alakir Desert, even those in Sentinel, are superstitious. They believe that striking the dead carries a terrible curse. For them, it is an act of dishonor. That is why I need you, Wayfarer. Then your visit is fortuitous indeed. My own son, Prince Azar, has been investigating the rumors about the Withered Hand. He is a bright young man, but he needs help. First, though, I would ask you to inform General Thoda of what has befallen. Yes, that is likely. General Thoda is my chief military advisor. He is also a practical man who places security above superstition. He is resting at his home after returning from Al-Khair, but I need his counsel on how to proceed. General Thoda is a trusted advisor and a good friend. He has heard the rumors about the Withered Hand, and he can help us. Tell no one else, though. People remember Satura, and hearing his sons have returned could cause a panic.
you from Allcare. You roughed up so many of my bravos. Tamriel is a small place, after all. I just returned from Allcare myself, back in my chair, drinking my wine with my wife. Wait. Please tell me you're not here to disturb me. No! You realize what this means. Not one moment of relaxation, not one. And damn it, I thought this talk about the withered hand was just rumor. Are you sure this is true? The Sentinel docks? The nerve. But it sounds like something those motherless dogs would do. I tell you, Uwafa and Alasan might just be more dangerous than their father. Uwafa and Alasan are the sons of that old bastard Satura. They're calling themselves the Withered Hand as a fear tactic. I knew them when they were boys. They're the same age as Prince Azar. Speaking of whom, we should inform him as well. Exactly. He knows more about this business than I do. That's for sure. If you'll go round up the prince, I'll have to find some way to explain to my wife why I'm leaving again. Then we can all meet at the palace. My guess is that he's with the girls at his seraglio by the north wall. I know what you're thinking, but it's not because the prince is some kind of ladies' man. The girls help him gather information. Perhaps he'll already know what's happened. My hope is that Prince Azar might have a lead on where Uwafa and Alasan have set up their headquarters, or better yet, what they're planning next. Regardless, these are things we should discuss at the palace.
I should have tried to stop them. I'm sorry. So sorry. What have I done? It was a nightmare. These savage men burst into the seraglio. They struck down the guards and even sweet little Rohiba. And then they took the prince. Please, would you go after them? You have to. No, yet another way in which I failed. I should have followed them out into the street. I'm such a fool. Maybe someone else out there saw them. Maybe they can tell you which way those men took the prince.
The prince. Someone help! They took him! I saw them running. They went west.
That way. They went that way. Are you after the prince? They took him toward the cliffs. Hurry!
They took the prince. I saw them. They went north, toward the cliffs. A guard chased them.
I tried, but they got me with their evil magic. They took the prince. Down there. I think it leads out of the city. Please, go stop them.
don't recognize you, but under the circumstances, I'm certainly glad to make your acquaintance. You will be well rewarded for assisting me. I can promise that much. Ah, so you do know who I am, then? Did my father put you up to this? Is he keeping tabs on me? Well, I shouldn't be so accusatory. If he was tracking me, then I guess that turned out to be extremely fortunate. I don't wish to seem ungrateful, but you should know that kidnapping me was just a distraction. The Withered Hand. They've been planning this for years. If only we had heard the rumors sooner. At this point, I don't think we can stop them. From tunneling into the impervious vault, this tunnel was just one of their attempts. It's a brilliant plan, really. The gates of the vault have been magically sealed for centuries, but underneath, the vault's apparently not so impervious. Undoubtedly, they're hoping to steal the Anse wards. With the wards, Wafa and Alasan could become unimaginably powerful. It could be bad. Really bad. Even if we can't stop them, we have to try. We should get back to the palace and tell my father. Let's head south. There's a ladder leading up into the city. Go on and tell my father what they're planning.
Word has reached me of what happened at the Seraglio. I should have seen this coming. Please, tell me you found Prince Azar, and he is safe. I told Toda you'd come through. I had a feeling about you, right from the start. Tell me, though, where is Azar? And was this the extent of the Withered Hand's plot? Or do they presently plan some further insult to my family and my kingdom? Blade's Edge. How could they? Would that actually work? If they get into the vault, they could steal the Anse wards. And then, we must hurry. We have to stop them at all costs. I can take guards to the impervious vault, but we're going to need help from the Mages Guild. As much as I hate to admit it, only they know how to unseal the vault. Will you go to the guild for me, Wayfarer? When you reach the Mages Guild Tower, speak to Gabrielle. She understands the need for discretion. I will meet you at the impervious vault. Tawaka watch over you, Wayfarer. Let us hope we can keep the Anse wards from falling into enemy hands. Of course. If you were not raised here, you would not know. The Anse wards were created centuries ago, the first time necromancers threatened the people of the Alakir. They were created to protect us from the risen dead. Or perhaps the protections are not so evident. The Anse wards maintain our covenant with Tuwaka. If we consecrate our dead, those dead cannot be raised. Thus, the Withered Hand can raise only unconsecrated corpses. Our priests perform the consecration ritual at funerals. But if the corpse is lost, this is not possible. Additionally, Satora was also fond of murdering people and raising them right away. I assume the Withered Hand is doing the same. It would be unthinkable. With the Anse wards, the Withered Hand could raise our most honored ancestors. Legendary warriors who were heroes in life, but would be most terrible enemies in death. That is why they must be stopped.
Hey, I know you. We killed that crazy old necromancer together, Angoff. Remember that midnight talisman we used to break into Cathedral? I still can't believe that worked. So I don't suppose you need help with something fun like that. Are you joking? I've been wanting to take a crack at that place ever since I heard the name. Wait a minute. Did Simone put you up to this? Why would the king want to break into the vault? Necromancers? Ansei wards? Fascinating. Count me in. So we just need to break the seal? I know. Let's try this. Go to the bazaar and get flame stock from Lucien and Worm's headcap from Ninaba. Then meet me at the vault. This could work.
Take your time and browse, my friend. I'm sure you'll find I have what you've always wanted. This is for Gabrielle, isn't it? She's a regular. In a city like Sentinel, we Bretons have to stick together. I have some in stock. You're welcome to them. Don't worry about payment. I know Gabrielle's good for it. I'm sorry, but I'm out of stock. Because I'm out of stocks. Seriously though, some Lion Guard mages came through and bought my last batch. Ninabon, the lizard trainer, might have some.
Prices have never been better. Welcome to Ninabon's Emporium of strange and wonderful things. Can I interest you in a lizard catching net? Or perhaps a trained lizard? Flame stalks, tasty treats. They help with indigestion. For a lizard, at least. You're not a lizard. What do you need them for? For some spell with Gabrielle, I bet. And she doesn't even like lizards. Oh well, just take them. But she owes me. Oh, you must mean Monkey. Yes, he is adorably large, isn't he? I'm afraid I spoil him. Only the best bugs are good enough for my monkey. He's quite smart, aren't you, Monkey? Quite a little smarty. Yes, it may seem odd, but it makes sense to me. From the time I could walk, I wanted a pet monkey. I pleaded and begged, but my father always refused. Monkeys are arboreal, he said. I still don't know what that means. One has to start somewhere. Monkeys are terrific. Everyone loves monkeys. And if I can't have a monkey, a lizard's the next best thing. You know, sometimes I wonder how my life would be different if my father had only given me a monkey.
What is it?
Aha, perfect. Say, though, you didn't happen to pick up a few giant's toes while you were at the bazaar, did you? That's fine. Giant's toes could make a bigger gap in the seal, but they're probably hard to find here anyways. These should do the trick, I think. Worm's head on top of the flame stock, or flame stock inside the worm's head. Oh, absolutely. It's only one person going in anyways. Without the giant's toes, I could only open the seal so far. Of course. Baharajad thinks that one person should be you. He wants to talk to you first, though. Go on up. Sure. I just need a minute to think about how exactly to word this. Gotta, gotta... Go on. I'll be right up.
If we are too late, the implications are unthinkable for all of Alakir. I've prayed to Tuaka, Stindar, and even Akatosh. Though I do not hold them sacred, I will pray to the Yokudan gods as well, just in case. Your hope is contagious, Wayfarer. I am pleased that your road has led you here. General Thoda is not a man of faith, but even he agrees your coming seems more than a coincidence. If only one of us can enter the vault, I think it should be you. I cannot adequately express my gratitude. You must be careful, though. Azar believes the Withered Hand is far more powerful than we realized. Uwafa and Alasan in particular. If you see either of them, I suggest you exercise extreme caution. I pray that we are not too late to stop the Withered Hand. And with the same breath, I thank the gods for guiding you here. Tuwaka watch over you, Wayfarer. Here comes Gabrielle. Are you ready?
Stand back, Your Majesty. I'm not sure how the vault will react. I hope this works. It worked. Go quickly. I don't know how long it'll stay open.
They've broken into the vault. Stop them, fools! Enough! Get the Onse wards out, now!
You are not marked with the corruption of undeath, nor those that foster it. You are not aligned with them, are you? You sought to protect the wards? Praise Tuaka. That means there are still living those who oppose the menace of necromancy in the Alakir. Hearken closely then, for my spirit cannot abide here long. We sacrificed ourselves to create the wards, and through them we have protected the consecrated dead. But the wards have fallen into corrupted hands now, and we are powerless to stop them. You must recover the wards. I do not know. My sight is weakened, and my presence is tied to my ward. They have taken it far from here. That is why I am fading. Find the wards. Bring them back. Tuaka be with you. We will meet again.
Glad you made it back safely, though I get the distinct...
That took longer than I hoped. It's hard to be patient when I know the fate of my kingdom is at stake. Tell me you have good tidings. Or did they escape with the Anse wards? Damn it all! Thoda said Satura's sons were dangerous. That's certainly true now. With the Anse wards, they can raise an army faster than I can. We have to stop them. We have to send Uafa and Alasan to join their father in oblivion. I've done everything in my power to avoid calling on the Ashaba, but I no longer have a choice. We must have their help to recover the Anse wards. I would avoid contacting them directly, however. Will you be my envoy, Wayfarer? Thank you. Most of the Ashaba live together, wandering the desert, going gods know where. Track them down, and tell their leader Marima that the Alakir needs him again. We need the Ashaba to fight the Withered Hand. The Ashaba often spend this season camping at Morwa's bounty to the south. God's willing, perhaps they are still there. Marima sent his daughter to warn me of the Withered Hand. They wanted to help. I regret that I turned them away. I hope I needn't remind you to keep this quiet. Rumors will spread about the Withered Hand, but we should try to keep the theft of the Anse wards a secret. I have many political enemies who would try to turn this to their advantage. Of course it will. But what am I to do? Allow my public image to endanger the kingdom? Sometimes a king cannot save his face and his people at the same time. Still, I would prefer we not shout our plans from the rooftops.
Stay back, Wanderer. You are welcome to our camp, but our chief is not entertaining guests. Like so many of our warriors, he has been poisoned. Only his daughter may disturb his rest. The king has waited too long. So many warriors have died, and Marima holds on to life by a thread. We will answer the king's call to the best of our ability, but I fear we can do very little. You should speak to Talia if you haven't already.
father told me someone would come. You approach the camp of the Ashaba. Unless you are here to help us, I suggest you turn around and go the other way. My father is very sick. So were many of our warriors. Many have even died. Our water was poisoned. Probably by these foul necromancers, the Withered Hand. They seek to weaken the Ashaba so that we cannot stand against them. More to the point, we would fight the dead they raise. Such is our sacred duty as Ashaba. None of that matters, though. Unless I can find the ingredients for the antidote. It is the only way to save my father. Will you help me? Come quickly, then. Meet me at my tent in the camp. Here. I've marked on your map where my father says we can find the ingredients. Lead the way. I will see my fallen brothers and sister avenged, even if it is the last thing I ever do. My father has been chief of the tribe for 26 years. We would not know what to do without him. Who would have believed the Withered Hand would poison our water? We must hurry. So many Ashaba have already died. That's everything. Meet me at my father's tent. Please, Father. There must be some way.
You are welcome to our camp. We are usually generous hosts, but under the circumstances, I hope you understand. You have seen, of course.
I do not like
the tribe
this,
is weak,
but
and I am soon to return to the sand. Another must fulfill the sacred duty of the Ashaba. That other is you. It has been foreseen. Yes, there can be no doubt. The Withered Hand. We have never faced such a threat. But it is our duty to stop them. You must become one of us. You must become an Ashaba. Then, you must stop the Withered Hand. There is a ritual. My daughter, I told her the ingredients were for an antidote. But she knows now. They are for your initiation. There's not much time. You must decide. Are you willing to join us to become an Ashaba? Thank you. You move a great weight off of the heart of a dying man. The future of our tribe, our honor, depends on you fulfilling our duty and fighting the Withered Hand. My daughter is not happy right now. She's as stubborn as her mother was. But death will not be stayed. Be assured, though, Initiate, after you complete the trial, she will help you Fight the hand, if you wish. That is good. I believe she is finished mixing the potion for your initiation. Speak to her when you are ready to begin the trial. May Tuwaka guide your path, Initiate. Always.
The great man lies dying over there, and he has put all his faith in you. I hope it is not misplaced. I have finished mixing the potion for your initiation. Whenever you are ready, we can begin the trial. Very well. Then here it is. Go to the Mikada in the back of the tent and drink. Be prepared, Initiate. The potion will bring on a vision of the past. When the vision is over, you will know what it means to be a Shaba.
Come, do your trading here.
Samir, rouse yourself. Or do you want to miss the battle?
Samir, my brother. Finally you stir. Did you drink too deeply from the starry well last night? This is unlike you. Quickly, pull yourself together. We can afford no idle time today. Morwa's mercy. Maybe you took a head bump too. Did you forget about the battle? The regatta will drive these evil elves from our lands for good. I am to fight at your side today, brother. Tell me you still feel up to it. Now there is the Samir I know. Sometime you will have to tell me what has befallen on this last night. A story of wildness, I am sure. Come now, though. Our father prepares to address the regatta. He is expecting us.
Regatta, you all know that the elves are outside our walls. These infidels call us barbarians. They would drive us from this land, but what the elves do not know is that Rupka himself guided us to these shores. He decreed that the Alakir would be our home. Today, the infidels will see the strength of the Shahai. Ansi will guide our blades. Today, the sands will run red with elven blood!
In God's name!
You look strong, Samir. My heart is proud. I believe this will be a day of destiny for you and your brother. If we wish to remain here, we must cleanse the land of these elves' taint. Yes, and much of the glory for this victory will go to you and your brother. I send you forth as my champions to slice through the elves' ranks and find their leader. You will cut off the snake's head, and then the body will wither and die. Yes, it is a great honor and a great responsibility, but you have proven your valor time and again, Samir. I know you will succeed and clear the way for our people's future. Go now, and go with the gods, my son. You have my blessing. I know you will be victorious, my son. May Ansi guide your blade.
Give me a moment, Samir. I must make my offering to Onsi. Come to my tent when you are ready to enter the battle. Our deeds today will be remembered for generations to come, brother. Lead on.
Our deeds today will be remembered for generations to come, brother. Lead on.
You people are certainly eager.
Our deeds today will be remembered for generations to come, brother. Lead on.
You people are certainly eager to die.
We've already lost. While you started, we went behind and killed your king. Ha!
Must have gone through the crypt. Quickly, we must stop them. I smell death in here, Samir. Gods, look at the walking bones. Do these elves have no shame?
You are too late, Samir. Your father is dead. Even worse, some elven necromancer. He turned your father into an abomination. The necromancer slew your father and then reanimated his corpse. It is the most terrible thing I have ever seen. He is lost. There is nothing to be done for it. Samir, you must not go in there. You would have to strike down your own father. As darkly as these events have transpired, our laws remain sacred. Your father is honored dead. Harm his remains, and you dishonor yourself. Yes, there is no other choice to be made. I know your father would not want us to abandon our new home here, but he could not have foreseen this. He would not have us break the sacred law. You must not even consider such a thing.
We should discuss this, Samir. Come with me. Fate has dealt us a cruel hand, my brother. I agree with you. Father would not want us to flee our home. But do we dishonor ourselves? To kill him would mean exile, but I am willing to do this if you command. Because it is clear that one of us must make this sacrifice. You are in line to become king now. If you strike our father, you would be throwing all of this away. For me, there is not as much at stake. Just speak the command and I will go, brother. No! No, please! I beseech you to reconsider this decision, Samir. I cannot bear to see you exiled. What will I do? I am not sewn from the same cloth as you and father. I am not meant to be king. It is done then? I would not have such courage. In my mind, you are a hero for what you have done. No, you deserve to be honored for your actions. But the Vizier says that by law, you must be exiled instead. I don't know what to do. Your courage, your humility. You should be king, not I. I'm sorry. I suppose I must stop acting like a child and accept my responsibility. Whatever happens, though, your sacrifice will never be forgotten. I love you, my brother.
Why, Samir? Why? You have broken the most sacred tradition of the kingdom. Nothing can justify such sacrilege. The law is clear, Samir. Exile. You must leave here now and never return. Good. Then there is nothing more for us to discuss. Let us hope your brother learns to listen to my counsel, and to make better decisions than you have.
Welcome back. You were gone for longer than I expected. I trust you walked in the steps of Prince Samir of Yath and experienced the events that led to his exile? He was. Samir went on to start a family and a tribe in exile. They wandered the desert as nomads and became known as the Ashaba. Hakmir became king and ruled peacefully until years later, when he again faced the threat of necromancers and undead. The colony from Yath would have fallen, but Samir led his tribe against the necromancers and their army of risen dead. The Ashaba accepted the dishonor of fighting the dead to save the kingdom. So it has been ever since. You have now witnessed the first sacrifice, and you know that true honor need not be named. You are one of us. You are Ashaba. We will recognize you as our sister, and together, we will uphold the sacred duty of our tribe. Yes, the words have been spoken. Normally, my father would conduct a small ceremony and speak the words, but his spirit moved on while you were unconscious. His last request was that you and I would destroy the Withered Hand. There is little we can do to help our fellow Ashaba here now. So we should do as my father wished. We should dedicate ourselves to destroying the Withered Hand. They killed my father. I will enjoy the opportunity to even the score. There is a place to the northeast, a sacred place called Tuwaka's Throne. It is a place of quiet and of honor. Many, many heroes have been laid to rest there. I worry what would happen if the Withered Hand were to go there. I must see to the consecration of my father's remains. It would be disrespectful to do otherwise. Go on to Tuwaka's Throne. Look for an Ashaba named Ramati. I know these sands well. I will catch up with you soon enough.
They will pay for what they have done. Satakar's wrath, Wayfarer. Unless you want to wade through an army of undead, go no further. These dogs, the Withered Hand, they seized control of Tuwaka's throne, and now they are raising the consecrated dead. How is this even possible? The Anse wards, stolen. There is no way. The impervious vault. How? This does explain how they raise the consecrated dead, though. It also explains why Tuwaka is so angry. He speaks to me. He says the temple must be cleansed, and now. Oh, Tuwaka will do the cleansing. We must only clear the way. If you will help me light the sacred braziers, Tuwaka will send his breath to help us destroy the Withered Hand and return the dead to the sand. For each direction the wind blows, there is a brazier. Light the first 3 and meet me at the west brazier. I will light that one. Then we will light the central brazier together and soon see Uwafa and his Withered Hand destroyed.
This is not good. Not good at all. I've killed a skeleton or 2 in my day, but this is worse than that. We are going to need more Ashaba. You? I'm pretty good with faces, but I don't know yours. You must have just joined then. Either way, welcome to the tribe. It's good that you're here.
Do you understand why I am concerned? Some of the greatest heroes in history are buried here,
Kings, queens, legendary warriors. If they've risen, it is a Shaba duty to kill them, and that's not going to be easy. There is. I maintain vigil here to ensure that certain ancient heroes, let's just say, if they're raised, that's a problem. With what's happened here, I need someone to check their graves. If they're up and about, they need to be put down. Thank you. This is no small thing, I ask, and I appreciate you stepping up. The 3 graves I need you to check belong to Armaj Arena, Yokita Razul, and Queen Afsar. They changed the course of history. They deserve to rest now. I'll mark the graves' locations on your map. I'd go with you, but I have to watch and ensure they don't slip by. There are other Ashaba who can join you, though. You want one skilled in swordplay, or one who's adept at restoration magic? Very smart. I've rarely seen her equal with a blade. Let her keep the heroes occupied, and perhaps you can use magic to send them back to the sand. There are many heroes buried here, to be sure. But these 3 are the ones Ashaba scholars are most concerned about. They were extremely powerful in life, and scholars fear they could be extremely dangerous in death.
You have done well, Wayfarer. Tuwaka is pleased. Very soon, it is like Tuwaka is taking in the air and preparing to send his breath. The withered hand here will soon crumble, and the particles will drift away like sand in the wind. Tuwaka says you will have the pleasure of killing this Uwafa. With his help, of course. First, you must light the final brazier over there. Then, Tuwaka's breath will come. Uwafa has sealed himself inside the sanctum with my priests. I fear for them, but Tuwaka will help us. He will unseal the doors. Then you can go in and kill this necromancer bastard. Are you ready to witness the power of a god, my friend? Go now, and light the final brazier. Do not fear the power of Tuwaka. You and I, we are his champions in this. Oh yes, we cannot forget those. If this Uwafa has them, we will soon get them back. Even with the Anse wards, Uwafa is no match for the strength of a god. Tuwaka, keeper of souls, hear the prayer of your humble servant. Your sacred grounds have been defiled. The rest of our ancestors have been disturbed. I ask you to send your sacred breath to cleanse the temple and give us your blessing to destroy the defiler. He has given his blessing. Go into the inner sanctum and kill Uwafa.
Thank you. The corruption in my ward is gone. But the other wards, you must find them.
I am very proud. Tuwaka says that you smote this Uwafa mightily. You recovered the ward of Anse Radan as well. The temple is restored, and Alakir is safer. Tuwaka is pleased. Tuwaka says you should not worry. He says you will find them. I can watch over the ward of Anse Radan for now. Tuwaka has much faith in you, my friend. He wants me to give you this. You should be honored. I do not know where the other Anse wards have been taken, But Tuwaka tells me that you must go east, my friend. He says that is the next step on your journey. No, Tuwaka is quiet now. He is not worried about you. He is more worried about me getting the temple cleaned up. I have a suggestion, though. I think you should start your search in the city of Bergama. There is a great scholar in Bergama. Her name is Zore. She knows much about the Ansei wards. She may have the answers we seek. Wherever you go, Tuwaka will be with you. Of that, I am certain. Tuwaka has great faith in you.
There's no need for me to ask whether the heroes had been raised when you found them. I only need to know, are they now at rest? Then you fulfilled the duty of the Ashaba here, and saved me a dung heap of trouble. As we Ashaba always say, true honor need not be named. I hope we cross paths again.
I see you there, but you must wait. A scholar's work is seldom urgent, but I have a request from the king himself. It seems the Ansei wards have been misplaced. Wait, I should not have... just forget I said that. You did? It has occurred to me that the Withered Hand might seek to use the wards to raise the consecrated dead at Tuwaka's throne. I am relieved that you stopped them. So now we just need to find the other two wards. My apprentice Shiri is traveling with Prince Azar, trying to find answers, but they need my research. Let me work. I will ensure you are notified when we know more. It seems the power of the Ansei wards is somehow linked to their lives of the Ansei who created them. By learning about the Ansei, I hope to get an idea of where the Withered Hand may take the wards. Now, leave me to my work.
I've done all that I... Tuaka guided your footsteps here at the perfect moment, sister. There is a Shaba work to be done. The Withered Hand has taken over the port. The situation is... strange, though, to say the least. The Withered Hand launched a surprise attack against Tava's blessing. They killed everyone and everything, even the livestock. The strange thing is, they have not raised the dead. I do not know, but I fear they planned something terrible. Prince Azah and his men are barricaded in the warehouse at the eastern edge of town. He may have learned more about what these fiends are planning. You should go to him. I hope the prince has learned more. I believe the Withered Hand has brought one of the Ansei wards here, and that does not bode well. You were at Tuaka's throne, were you not? So, you know that as well as anyone.
Yeah.
My bowstring snapped. Back off!
The commotion out there, and somehow I knew it was you. I can't tell you how good it is to see you, my illustrious friend. As you can see, we are in dire straits here, and it's on the verge of getting even worse. That fiend Alasan is here. With Wafa dead, he has the Withered Hand dedicated to his own twisted designs. He seeks power. Reason they aren't raising these people. It's because Alasan plans to turn himself into a lich. He has corrupted one of the Ansei wards, and he's using some kind of necromantic focuses to channel energy from the dead for a ritual he's conducting in the lighthouse. He says this ritual will make him a lich. Will you help me stop him? I believe it's best to destroy the focuses first. Alasan's minions have been piling the dead around them, and they seem to be channeling energy for the ritual. Destroy the focuses, then go to the lighthouse and find a way to disrupt Alasan's ritual.
Circle around! Sometimes a little loss is a ton of explanation.
Don't be too careful when you're picking things.
slain.
You've come too late! The ritual has begun and you cannot strike me down! You are the one who killed my brother Uafa, are you not? I will grant that you are likely a formidable foe. But once I become a lich, I will burn you to cinders. There's nothing you can do to stop me now! The ritual has begun, and I am already bound to the Anse ward as it is bound to me! If you strike me down, the blade will be shattered!
You think that will stop me? I am not finished.
After so many centuries, it is a wonder I can still be surprised. I could not abide the necromancer corrupting my ward, but I was powerless to stop him. Your actions have shattered the blade, but you made the right choice. You have my gratitude. Shattering the blade was the only way, albeit there were consequences. Necromantic energy was released, causing the dead of Tava's blessing to rise. The necromancer himself is not a lich, but he has become a powerful spirit. No, he cannot be slain now. There is a way, but I am fading. With the ward broken, my strength wanes quickly. I will presently go to the far shores unless you can reforge the blade. We need the gods' favor. For Tava, capture the desert wind. For Morwa, get the milk of a goat. And for Zet, gather the earth from a fallen warrior's grave. With these elements, reforge the blade. Then bring it to the Anse shrine.
You will die. You will die, and then you will join my army. You have meddled with my affairs long enough. It is time to end this.
Yes, the time has come to end this evil.
What are you doing here? Your ward is broken, Ansei. You are no threat to me.
Now, take the ward and use it to trap Alasan.
What are you doing? No!
I feared that after all these years, my sacrifice would prove to be of no avail, but you performed admirably. We cannot kill that necromancer, but he will trouble us no more. He became some kind of specter, and he bound himself to my ward, but that allowed me to imprison him within it. He is contained now. The important thing is that the ward is restored and can again protect the Alakir Desert. For that, I thank you. I sense that the third ward is in the greatest peril of all. The sibling of the necromancer who came here is far more skilled in the dark arts, far more dangerous, and far more ambitious. The sibling I speak of has not been slain, and has possession of the third Ansei ward, but I cannot sense its location. Despite our victory here, the Alakir Desert is still in danger. Whatever has befallen, you must recover the third ward. I do not know, but trust your destiny, for it will lead you where you need to be. First, though, you must secure my ward. Find someone you can entrust with its keeping. I sense that we will meet again. May the gods watch over you until then.
What foulness is afoot now? The dead have risen? I thought Alasan was purposefully not raising them. What foulness is afoot now? The dead have risen? I thought Alasan was purposefully not raising them. Are we too late? Has Alasan made himself into a lich? He's not? Oh, we should rejoice then! That bastard! I relish the knowledge of his defeat. Without him, the rest of these necromancers do not concern me. Not in the least. What of the Ansei ward? Do you have it? And you brought it to me? That's quite an honor. I promise you, for as long as I live, it will not fall into enemy hands again. Now, only the final Ansei ward remains. But if Uwafa and Alasan are gone, who has it? Another sibling? But who could that be? Wait, Satura did have another child, a very young daughter. I remember her now, nipping at her brother's heels. I do not remember her name. Somehow we must find her, though.
I think I know where to find the third Ansei ward. It seems the necromancer Alasan underestimated you. I was hiding outside the lighthouse. After you disrupted the ritual, I went in and found Alasan's notes. I think I know where the Withered Hand has taken the third Ansei ward. Hunding's Watch. The Withered Hand is seeking out the birthplaces of the Ansei who forged the wards. Just as Alasan did here, they can use these locations to corrupt the wards. The third Ansei, Halela, was born near Hunding's Watch. I am sure of nothing, but this is my suggestion for where you should begin your search. There is a wise woman in Hunding's Watch, Priestess Sermon. Perhaps she can give you more insight. Since both Alasan and Uwafa have been dealt with, the Withered Hand may be considerably weakened. Perhaps the third Ansei ward is closer at hand than you realize. If the gods are with you, I believe you will recover it quickly.
A beating. That's a fine welcome for a prospective soldier.
It is good to see you again, my friend. Now I understand why Tuwaka bid me to come here to Hunding's Watch. If you are to save the Alakir Desert from the Withered Hand, there are things you must learn from the spirits of this place. Yes, many of them. And pilgrims come from all over Hammerfell to honor them, the heroes of our greatest wars. It is usually a quiet affair. But when one such as you arrives, spirits of friend and foe alike awaken to create a portrait of the past. To teach you, if you are to be champion of the Alakir, you must understand the spirit of this desert and its people. Tuwaka says you must walk in the steps of our heroes, battle the spirits of the enemies they faced. Then you will understand. First, you will face the Nidic peoples. When the regatta first crashed on these shores, the Needs were first to challenge them. Fight the Nidic soldier spirits, claim their essences, and use them to summon and face their leader, War Chief Hakon.
Help!
Move, now!
The only real world is Satakal. Satakal is the world.
Shiri,
I do not know this name, nor do I know anything about any Onse ward. I know only that Satakal will soon devour himself. Devour us all. We must warn them. Or must we? No, it matters not.
In our fight against the Needs, we saw the raw power of defiance. We came to respect Tamriel and its warriors. You must now battle the giant Goblinkin. The Regada's long road to conquest was paved with thousands of these beasts' corpses. Such things are difficult to imagine, yes. In those times, goblins were mighty beasts, and their cruelty was not tempered by cowardice as it is now. Their filthy strongholds littered the sands of Hammerfell like a pox when the Regada arrived. Horrible indeed. Our Yokudan ancestors could not tolerate such a blight on their new homeland. They would suffer no rivals, and so one of their mightiest heroes, Frandar Hunding, rallied the swords of the Regada to slay the beasts. Tuaka claimed him during one of the bloodiest battles of the campaign. But his son, Divad, filled with wrath over the slaying of his father, soon rose to take command of the Regada. He swore to avenge his father, no matter the cost. The Song of Divad tells us that he and his band of sword singers worked their sacred forges and consulted eldritch tomes for many long years to create 5 great swords. With these blessed blades, the Regada forever vanquished the giant goblins. Well, Tuaka tells me that you must do battle with the spirits of the long-dead giant Goblinkin. To what end? I do not know, but only fools doubt Tuaka's wisdom. Ironically, it was in our fight against the hideous goblins that we came to love the desert and its simple beauty. Now you must face the proud orc warriors of ancient Orsinium. The fight for the orc city proved to be one of our greatest trials. It is the heart of orcdom in Tamriel, settled at the foot of the Rothgarian Mountains. It is a city of simple things, towering and cold. It has been razed and rebuilt countless times, The orcs are a tenacious people. Conquerors is a strong word, but yes, of course they were. Our ancestors and the Bretons laid siege to the city for 30 years before finally breaching the walls and razing the city. The orcs proved to be fearsome adversaries. You must face the ancient orcish specters in battle, and then summon and defeat their leader, General Thashaga. Tuwaka says there is great wisdom to be gleaned from this.